What's up, cuties? Ooh, child, I'm gonna have to work myself back in the algorithm. What's going on? Where everybody at, child? Baby, it's been a minute. Who is this texting me? Security. SKR. Welcome, guys. Thank you guys for joining me. Hit the like button for me on your way in. I am gonna say some hellos before we get started. But like I say, I'm gonna have to work myself back in this algorithm, child. It's been a minute. How are you guys? Thank you so much for joining me. Rosemary is here. Hey, Rosemary. It's been about 2 weeks, so I appreciate those of you that are joining me now. I'm hitting them up. Make sure your notifications are on. Yeah, you'll probably see me every day, either a video or a live. But let me say some quick hellos. First of all, I can't say hello to everybody because I do want to get started, but I see a lot of the cutie crew up in here, baby.
Shout out to Georgia.
Can I get that cutie crew again?
Yo, shout out to the cutie crew. Cutie crew. 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 Shout out to the cutie crew.
Shout out to the cutie crew, baby. Oh, what a time. Oh, what a time that we had in Las Vegas. I love you guys. Thank you guys so much. I'm not going to get into it because once I start talking, I can't stop. But you guys heard him. I'm going back on that strip to look for him so he can do me a official intro. But hello to my cutie crew mods. I see Linda Gamble in the building. I see my Aunt Debbie in the building. I see Teresa Wright in the building. Who else is here, child? Any other mods in the building? I think that may be it. I'm scrolling down. Shout out to the cutie mods. Thank you guys so much for joining me. Shout out again. There go Pink Diva. She in the building. Hey, sis. Welcome. I think the only one we missing is Tyra. But shout out to the cutie mods. Shout out to the cutie crew. SK Aura is in the building. Philly Girl for Life. Melanin Beauty. Danya. Bridget J. Girl. I hate when I pause. What's going on?
Girl, what's going on?
Going on, Bridget J. Who else? Melanin Beauty is in the building. I'm shouting out the cutie crew now. Hold on. Danya, I got you, didn't I, sis? Peace, love, and light is here. Miss Bees is in the building. Hey, Miss Bees. Let's see. I think that's it for the cutie crew. If I missed you, my apologies. And again, shout out to all of the cuties that are here. All of you guys. Thank you guys so much for being subscribed to me. I got something special coming up for you guys. We're going to do a 30K celebration. I'll give away some trivia question cash app prizes. I just got to find the time. All right. So welcome. Hit that like button on your way in. And I'm going to, there go my thing. Hey, dog lady. Hey, Deborah. I got SK Aura. Who else? Charnel is here. The Hunt family. I saw you up there somewhere. Welcome to each of you guys. But yeah, I'm going to get started, guys. We are here for some hot topics. I just want to talk some ish. But before I get to that, what date was this? Because I'm still all discombobulated. But let's get on into, we'll start with Melody Cherie and the premiere of Fortuitous. Now, I do want to ask those of you that's in the chat, because I even went to Crystal Bass's page. Do we have a date? Have they mentioned a date, a premiere? Not a premiere. They had their own private screening and premiere. And but I'm looking for the date. When can we watch this? Because okay, let me share. You guys know we will watch together when we can watch right over there on Patreon. But if you know in the chat, let me know. This is Crystal's page, and then I'm gonna show male styling and profiling. Styling and profiling. But this is Crystal's page, and it said the fortuitous premiere was September 25th. They had that event right there in B-More. But when can we see it? Anybody know? Okay, Linda Gamble said they haven't mentioned the date yet. Hey, Leah's grandma Puss, Elijah. When you guys find out, if you found out before me, let me know. Um, oh, Teresa, you was gonna try to go, sis. You better sit yours down, okay? You still sick from last week. Sit down somewhere. I heard you was at a football game and everything else. Sit down. All right, so we don't have an official premiere, but what they did have was sold out. Now look, no shade to Crystal. No shade to Crystal. I don't know nothing about her. Congratulations to her. I did read somewhere that this may have been her first movie, not sure, but she was like, yeah, it was sold out. And I'm like, yeah, girl, that's that Melody Cherie effect. Okay. That's that Melody Cherie effect. Just like Carlos King, you guys remember, and I'm going to get into him in a minute, when he spoke about that event that I told y'all that he was using mail for. Anyway, he was so excited because it was sold out. Man, that's the mail effect, okay? So I don't want to take that from Crystal, but I'm just gonna say allegedly, in my opinion only. All right. But I'm sure you guys have seen this. I've been discombobulated. I did see it maybe an hour or two after Mel put it up a couple days ago. But if you didn't see it, take a look. If you didn't see it, take a look. Now, I believe it was music playing, so I may pause and play and, mute and unmute, excuse me. But look at your girl, Melody Cherie. Go ahead, girl. Oh, it is music.
Now we had
I got to mute. Love that see-through peekaboo lace. And that's my favorite hair color on Mel. Shout out to Melody Cherie, baby. One of the hardest working women in show business. And this was her. She looked lovely. They had the red carpet and all of that. And as you guys know, sold out. Now, another thing that I was wondering, I think too much. But I was like, is this a Tilted Crown Productions? If you guys know, let me know in the chat. I don't know. That's a cute dress too. Now let me stop, because see, I'm like, that looked like something similar that Mel wore that was a Jay Bolin look. I don't know, child. I ain't trying to be messy. But congratulations again. Go out to Melody Cherie. And speaking of, what's going on with that show? I'm not going to talk about it, but I'm going to talk about the executive producer. That's what I'm going to call him. He called himself the creator, but we know better. It's not. Thank you, Unique Monique. Okay. You know what? Because when I went to Crystal's page, I felt like I would have synced it in my Moses voice, and I didn't. And then also in Mel's caption, I didn't see anything. I'm going to close that one. But thank you for that, Unique Monique. You know I love that name, child. Speaking of Carlos King, though, guys. Speaking of Carlos King, I don't know how many times folks got to call Carlos King out as a liar. People think that people that have had Carlos on their mouth is just hating. That's not it. You know what I'm saying? I personally did not like the way that he moved when it comes to Love and Mayor Huntsville. That's still allowing Mr. Martell Holt to be on that show. It is what it is. I ain't watching. I don't give a damn to that extent anymore. The way that he handled Mel, we know that that wasn't right, because again, if he handled her correctly, Martell would have been gone. And the cast. That's a whole nother story. So a lot of us, myself especially, came out here talking about Carlos King for years. And he's been called a liar. And Moniece is not the one to play with. I do think she, in my opinion, got a couple issues. Well, she mentioned it herself. Thank you, sis. Please hit the like button, guys. But she called Carlos out based off of the interview that he had with April Jones. And based off the clip, for me, April was on BS. April was on BS. Hey, Tanisha. April was on BS because you, of all people, should know that you should not be mentioning Moniece when you ended up sleeping with her baby's daddy, which is also Marion's ex best friend. So, do I think that Carlos was being messy and even leading with that question to April? Yes. Although he probably was on to something that the people want to talk about it, the people want to hear it. Or why you do that? Because you didn't woke up Moniece Slaughter, baby. I'm gonna read you guys what she said. Now, this one, if I'm not mistaken, is when Moniece may have initially spoke out. We'll see, but I'll read what she said to Carlos. Called him a whole liar, and she pissed. Okay. Hey, Ebony Dancer, how are you? All right, let me go ahead and enlarge that as much as possible, and let me read you guys. So Monique said, a whole lot of folks finna be put to shame if post the text and emails and pics. I think she meant if I post the text, emails, and pics. Let's keep it cute. I'd advise you. Then she tagged Omarion. You, Omarion, need to keep your baby mama quiet ahead of this tour. Because if she or your bro, Fizz, keep on dismissing me and negating my mental wellness, I'll post it all. Then she sent to, I believe, Omarion's manager. No, her therapist, excuse me. She said she sent everything to her therapist. And she said, and I've already given my parents the heads up since my mother recently accused me of ruining my dad's legacy. I've not been caught up in no ish. Don't push me. I'm waiting on my public apology. So that one, and if you guys notice, she mentioned about 5, 6 people. That's what Moniece do. She also let it be known I got mental issues. So people that know that, y'all better, you know, tread lightly. Um, she mentioned Omarion, she mentioned April, she mentioned Fizz, she mentioned everything. But this is where she mentioned Carlos King after that interview last week. Okay. And one thing I don't see anytime one of those sites on Instagram posts Carlos, normally he's in the comment. Thank you for watching. Thank you. Thank you, Carlos. He ain't under this post. She said, as you all know, I'm currently battling a clinical depression. So I've been popping in and out on IG. However, this was sent to me. The minute markers between the times Carlos King asked her the question and she finished giving her answer, we marked in the DM. Here's my response for both individuals, talking about Carlos and April. Go straight to hell. I said, ooh, child. Then she added Carlos. You know damn well I never said she and I were friends. What I said was I felt like she broke girl code, and I felt like it was a betrayal to Omarion more so than it was to me. Now, as father, I don't know what that means, because he got on a national stage to apologize to Omarion, and she just sat on your show, Carlos, and gave a blanketed apology. What I find to be most interesting is that in one of the voice notes, baby, she putting everybody on blast. In one of the voice notes or snitching that Jess Hilarious sent me, she said exactly what America's most famous globe thotter said to you. Baby, she called her a globe thotter. I know you guys know what a thought is. Not a globe thotter. Ooh, child. She goes on to say, which is, she was never in love with my BD. But that is indeed what they told the world on Love and Hip Hop. Now, what I will say is this, my BD to this day will never stand up for me. I don't expect them to. I've given up that hope. But what he will do is show up for everyone else's BM. Now she getting into a personal. Like I said, the girl mentioned everybody. That's personal. They ain't got nothing to do with Carlos and April. Even though I believe you when you say that's a damn lie, Carlos, you're lying and go straight to hell. But she said, I've given up that hope. But what he will do is show up for everyone else's BM. From that girl, Chantel or Chanel, I don't remember, who told me and my technical, he and Omarion were indeed friends, just like she and I were friends. She herself invited me to her birthday party while she was pregnant with Mega, and it was at she and Omarion's house. She gave the location and everything, and she said I rode with Morgan Hardiman. There were no cameras there. Rich Forever was there. I came to the house and I bought her breakfast. Now all of this, ooh child, a globetrotter. All of this is rambling, but I'm reading. Y'all suffer through it with me. She said, I rode with Morgan. There were no cameras at the house. When Amarian was on tour with my best friend after he signed to Rich Forever. Now she talking about Rick Rothschild and tagging everybody. I came to the same house in Granada Hills and bought April breakfast. There were no cameras present for either one. Years later, unbeknownst to me, she was already with my BD, but she texted me and asked for a referral to get her boobs done. I was in the movies and couldn't answer. Lastly, who Miss LaFleur, who is Omarion's manager and a family friend, called my mother and asked for my help. I called Michelle and she informed me that a man named James, who was at the time was representing Omari in his custody battle, needed my help, child. She went on. We almost at the end. Child. Oh, child, bear with me, guys. She rambling. She said that Omarion's brother, was in a custody battle trying to get custody of his kids, child. Like I say, she's snitching on everybody. She then goes on to say, yes, Melanin, my goodness. So I gave his attorney, James, the DCFS report of my BD bruising our son from punching him allegedly after he was ejected from his baseball game. My therapist, who I'm not allowed legally to say her name, girl, you may as well, had to make the report because she's a state mandator. I have the recording and the paperwork, and y'all love to use my mom against me. But go ask her how my BD cried to her on the phone and admitted to it. I'm almost done, guys. Bear with me. But go ask her how my BD cried to her on the phone and admitted to it when he found out DCFS was involved and I was going to take my son from him until my baby begged me not to. So, well, stop it, Mixie. So, while I'm quiet, minding my business, fighting every day for the strength to live, fighting the battle not to off myself. Now, that's not funny, y'all. Prayers going up. That's not funny. Y'all want to lie and continue to act as though my feelings just don't matter. They never mattered then and they don't matter now. And I'm the crazy one, right? And I'm the crazy one, right? She goes on to say, but who's showing up for me? Who's saving me from the bottle? Nobody, because I don't even welcome that invitation because my child loves his dad. And I can't, in good faith, let someone come in and reshape his life as he knows it, all while encouraging him to lie to his dad about what's taking place. So you're both liars, Carlos and April. And to the both of you, I say F you. I ain't reading no more. I ain't reading no more. But again, baby, she been waiting to drop all that tea. She mixed about 7, 8 things in there. Danya, she mixed about 7, 8 things from well, now how Omari get in it? Omarion's brother, who got a baby by Janae Aneke, whatever. Is he trying to get custody of that child? Monique then spilled the tea, child. We don't know nothing. But anyway, that rant came from April sitting down with Carlos King. Now, I am gonna say I'm on Moniece's side to a certain extent, because tailor your message to the parties involved. And in this whole soliloquy or whatever, child, she got me tongue tied. I feel like she should have just kept it on Carlos and April. She got about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, about 15 people tagged in this post. And but I feel her because that part that I saw on Instagram, a clip somewhere, and I have it, but I don't feel like showing it. I just wanted to point out that Carlos know that he did lie on that girl. Now, look, one thing that I can say about some people that may be experiencing some issues, mental challenges, or whatever, a lot of them are extremely bright individuals. You know what I'm saying? I just think she needs to tailor her messages better. But April was wrong. April did not really accept accountability. She made it all about her and what she was going through at the time and all of that. And yeah, Moniece had a right to snap, but I don't know if I would have snapped like that. What's y'all thoughts, child? Danya say she got diarrhea of the mouth. Mixie laughing. My sister said she let loose on everybody. She gave all the details. She had a lot to get off her chest. Cam, I am, baby. And there was more. I dare read it. But the key line is what Bridget J said. Baby, I ain't never heard of Globetrotter before, but I'm definitely gonna be using it. Globetrotter. And if we think about it, I ain't want to gossip now. You ain't heard it from me. But April was with Omarion, got 2 kids by him. She did go ahead and get with Lil Fizz. After that, she was with Dr. Dre. After that, she was with Tay Diggs. After that, girl. So Globetrotter may be, not too far from what one could consider a thought. But what do you guys think? I know that was a lot. Thank you for suffering through it. Angela Richardson. Hey, sis. Hey, girlfriend. What are you all's thoughts about that before we move on to the next topic? If you were able to get through the ramble, do you think that she is right? Do you think that Carlos King did lie on her? Because I do. Baby, yes, she was with Dr. Dre. L. Nicole, I don't know how she fumbled that. Dr. Dre bought all them Chanel bags and stuff, or at least let her pose in the wife, because he was going through a separation, and the wife had moved out, I believe. So I don't know if she left all her Chanel purses, but baby, April was stunting for the gram. Okay. Yes, and the game. Thank you, Peach Prince. Yes. But did she have a right to go off? Let me know. Let me know before we move on. Aunt Debbie, what's your thoughts? I know it was a bit much. But I feel like she did. I do. But I think that a lot of things probably were, if you didn't have the patience for it, lost in the sauce, lost in translation. It was too much. Because you can come out and spray them, keep it short and simple, and everybody will get that. But you guys know, especially our people, child, they always say, I ain't about to read all of that. All right, Danya said Carlos lied, and yes, she did. Sis said, I think she should have just addressed Carlos and left everybody else out of it. Well, what about April though? Sis, I think it should have been April and Carlos, just the two of them. But everybody else, child, Omari, Rick Ross, everybody, I didn't close it out because I got tired of looking at it. Yeah, they caught some, unnecessary shots. Mama V said they shouldn't have spoken on her. I totally agree. Totally agree with you, Mama V. So she absolutely had the right. But the only thing that bothered me, it was too much. Too much. She started off good mentioning Carlos and April, and she ended it good mentioning Carlos and April. Other than that, child, girl, what's really going on? In my Bridget J voice. Girlfriend said April fumbled Dr. Dre by posting them. I would have rolled them beats. Oh, child. Oh, the cutie crew is so fast. Girlfriend. She said I would have rolled them beats in quiet. Baby. Same, sis. Same. You hear me? Playing the Chronic all day, every day. Okay? The album, not, because I smoke. And nothing against folks that puff pass. And Debbie said, my thoughts, April drank a lot, and that turn a man off, and CK is a liar. Good point. She admitted to that. And I do want to say kudos to her because she did admit, but see, that's the thing. She used that as an excuse as far as how she moved. You can't do that. I don't give a damn how drunk you was. You know damn well you shouldn't have ended up sleeping with your baby daddy's bandmates. And I believe Moniece when she said that they had somewhat of some type of friendship, you know? Sweet Tea said we not surprised that CK lies. He love to stir up mess, child. Hey, TNTG Mom. Peach Prince said CK is a lie. Hey, Sandra. All right, I think we all on the same page. Okay, so you included April as well. April should have skipped answering that question. We know Carlos was being messy. Yep. Carlos got exactly what he wanted. It went viral. And sometimes you got to peep game, but maybe April wanted to say it. It was again, the clips that I saw on Instagram, pretty good sit down, but zero. I don't like people that take accountability with a but. You know what I mean? But I was drinking then, so that's why I slept with him. But this was going on. No, just take accountability. And the only thing, if she was going to say anything to Moniece, the only thing that she should have said was, you know what? That was wrong. She's right. That was not girl code, period. And I deeply apologize and hope she can accept my apology. Not all that other crap. You know? She was telling TMZ where they were gonna be, her and Dr. Dre, and he didn't like it. Wow. See, I didn't know that part, but I definitely remember when she was dating them, child. She balled out of control for a good couple weeks. You know, hey Chia, how are you, sis? But speaking of the game, another one of April's, somebody that had a little piece. The game, and Evelyn Lozada's son turned 1. And I got questions. First of all, cute little boy. What does Evelyn daughter got on? Can somebody let me know? I'm not hating. Shanice is a pretty girl, even though the game looked like he can be her daddy as well. But what does she have on and why at a child's birthday party? Is it me? This look like a bridesmaid dress. Y'all let me know. But the son's name is Blaze. He turned 1. And we all know similar situations like the Moniece and April situation. Evelyn Lozada was friends with the game's baby mama, Tiffany. And next thing you know, Evelyn's daughter then had a baby by the game. But this is so tacky. I don't get it. I just don't get it. I wouldn't have done it. My child's first birthday, first child probably would have on some jeans or some shorts or another cute outfit. But what is this? So I think that this was more in lines of trying to seduce the baby daddy. Evelyn's grandson. Sorry, Bridget J, if I said Evelyn's son. Yeah, it's Evelyn's daughter's son. But word on the curb is, game basically, this is alleged. And let me put that up, child. Where is it? Let me change this banner. Everything is for entertainment purposes and everything is alleged. But allegedly, with the game and Shanice, this was always a hit it and quit it type of situation. And she ended up pregnant. So, they were never officially a couple. And that's what a lot of people in the comments were saying. Why is she dressed like this? You can tell that she's trying to get the game's attention. And yeah, it was just tacky to me. Happy birthday to the baby. The game especially makes some beautiful, beautiful kids. They got his eyes. But yeah, it looked like they were at 2 different events. You know what I'm saying? Somebody up here said it looked like the game had just rolled out of bed and just pulled up. And then it looks like she just left a wedding from being a bridesmaid. Girl, what's going on? No, Peach Prince, they are not together. Yes, you and Pink Diva just said the same thing. Girlfriend Chronicles that Evelyn is the original. Well, you said gobble thotter, but Evelyn was absolutely the original globe thotter, baby. But what are you all thoughts about this before we move on to our next hot topic? Yes, she wanted to probably look good for the game. Yes, El Nicole. You know it, child. That are looking for a new prospect. Her daughter is following in the mama's footsteps. Hey, Miss Boss Chick. No class at all. Yeah, this is tacky. You know what I mean? Your little son is running around. I'm assuming you want him to play at the birthday party. You been down, your boobs is everywhere. And this is where I know she grown. I know she grown. This where I blame the mama. And again, I know Shanice is grown, but if she had a mama that wasn't, in you all's words, globe thotter, the the mama would have even said, "Girl, what is that noise? That's been going on too. Some type of notification." The mama would have even said, "Oh no, daughter, go ahead and change. Put on something comfortable. It's gonna be little bitty kids here. There should have been a little ball thing they could jump in, maybe ride the little ponies. And girl, where you going?" So this was definitely for the game. Did it work? Probably so. He probably hit it and quit it again. And those were my thoughts, Bridget J. Yes, sis. He looked tacky as well. Let's go to the games page. Hold on, because he made a post. Now you guys know one thing that the game is gonna do. He gonna post all them babies' mama's child. But Shanice didn't get that long caption like everybody else. Let me go to his page. Hold on, hold on. Let me go and see. So he did post her, but he did not give the normal baby mama spiel that he does. Let me put Los Angeles. What's his name? You guys put a one in chat if you can still hear me. I don't know why my Wi-Fi level just went low. What's the game's name on Instagram, guys? Let's see. Los Angeles Confidential or something. And let me see. You guys hear me okay? Okay, thank you. My Wi-Fi is down on one bar and it won't even bring up the game. It won't bring up anything. Let me try to open a new window, go to Instagram. Let's see. All right, so it brought that up. Now let me search. Los Angeles Confidential. Here we go. Come through, internet. All right, let me show you guys. Beautiful baby, though. He's adorable. He really is. But let's go through the game's pictures. And yeah, look what he got on, Bridget J. Thanks, Philly. Both of them did that baby wrong as far as attire. They really, really did. The baby looked cute. He looks appropriately dressed, beautiful eyes, all of that. But yeah, the game got on, I don't know, child. But this is his daughter, Callie. And then there is Shanice. She got to pull the slit over and can't even chase after the baby while he crawling because she trying to, she trying to get the game's attention. But he said, "Happy first birthday, son. I love you." And usually I would write a long caption, but you can't read yet. So this is it. I think it's more to that. I don't care, but you guys know I'm in all these folks' business. But yeah, trifling. And as you guys said, I will have to agree. A globetrotter in training. And Evelyn got upset when Jackie Christie said that, but in my opinion, that was so inappropriate. All right, we're going to get to the next one. Let's see. This one made me upset. It did, and I'm just going to touch and go on this because naturally now, you guys know after you are racially profiled or, things like that, then comes the apologies. Then comes, we didn't mean that. Then comes all of that. But the world heavyweight, if I'm not mistaken, boxing champ, Terrence Crawford just won last week against what's his name? Canelo. Don't hold me to it. Was going around out on the streets and allegedly, I would say, racially profiled and stopped the day of a parade in his hometown. I wish I knew what that doggone. Oh, maybe that's somebody sending me a message. That's what that is. Somebody DMing me. I'm gonna have to turn the sound off. But anyway, Terrence Crawford, a week after again winning the title, world champion, best boxer in the world, was pulled over by the Omaha police. And naturally, the mayor is now releasing a statement claiming some things that I'm just going to say allegedly because I just do not believe it. Let's see if they got the footage. They don't have it, and I don't know if I want my heart to break anyway. But yeah, they stopped him, they searched him, they frisked him, they made him get out the car, all of the above. And he had just got done, as I just mentioned, an hour or so before hosting a parade for his hometown, where this man paid for food vendors and things like that to celebrate his hometown. And I be damned if they spoiled that, in my opinion. But the mayor released a statement. He said, I learned that the Omaha Popo pulled over Terrence Bud Crawford on a traffic stop downtown early this morning. After learning of this, I spoke personally to Bud Crawford. I know you did. I acknowledged the seriousness of what occurred and how trust between law enforcement, blah, 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 is important, blah, blah, blah. And will continuously, we need to be continuously vigilant about building relationships. No, what you need to continuously do is fire those type of popos. That's what needs to continuously happen. They go through proper training. They know what they should and should not do. A lot of them go rogue and do what they want to do. How much more can the community try to build these relationships, especially our people? Hey, Brittany Janae, especially us. How many times we got to be the one? Okay, we'll wait again. Now we'll wait for Omaha to get it together. We saw what happened to, and I'm not even going to talk about that, George Floyd, because there's more in the news about that. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, that's my problem, Mixie. It keeps happening. And just like we're able to see it online, guess what? Other races, nationalities, heads of governments and all of that, they see it as well. So I'm sick of the same thing being said over and over again with no results. And I'm going to get off of this because I don't like to talk politics on my channel, but it's not going to do anything but get worse, as you guys can see. An incident, we'll talk about it on Patreon, that happened at a church. May they rest in peace. Yeah, avid Orange Man supporter is the one that did that. Unalive folks and set the church on fire. So yeah, I'm sure that Bud Crawford, Terrence, naturally is going to be the good guy and accept the apologies and the you know what I'm saying. But I'm sick of it because they knew what they were doing beforehand, and it's gonna continue. Sis, come on now. You already know. I'm sure as body cam footage and all of that continue to come out, I'm sure that it was mentioned probably early on when he was stopped. Or I'm sure that they could look in the car and see him. They probably were officers at the parade, man in the crowd. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, as Mixie said, it's tragic. And as Brittany Janae said, man bye. Peach said, they don't know their hometown hero. You know what I mean? Come on now. I'm sure he was driving something that's equivalent to the money that he make. That's why I feel, my opinion, only racial profiling and all of that. They knew. And I am too. So we're gonna skip that. We're gonna go ahead and move on for that. But Girlfriend Chronicle says, so sick of these fake apologies because of who he is. Any other man would not have gotten one by them. That's true too. And you know what? Any other man, it probably wouldn't even made the news. You know? But excellent point. I'm really trying to wait patiently on the Lord to handle this wicked. Yeah, we're gonna talk about that on Patreon, child. Y'all join me over there on Patreon Saturday. The Let Loose Lounge is back. Now we're gonna have a twofer. Baby, Aunt Debbie, I hope you have not watched. Philly Girl says she really wanted your thoughts on it. I hope you have not watched that show. What is it called, guys? Family something, child. We're going to watch that Saturday together. We're going to let loose about that because, I could barely hold my tongue, but I am. And then we're going to let loose. So join me on Patreon if you're not a member already. The Let Loose Lounge is back. And that's where I will be talking about more political stuff here and there. That's exactly what they wanted, sis. Untold Family Secrets is something before Family Secrets, Teresa. And I got a whole damn thumbnail. Let's see. It was good. I had to watch it this morning, child, because two Cutie Crew sisters, I ain't gonna call them by name, was just all over there in the group chat, child, just talking about it. But baby, this episode here, Unlocked Family Secrets, the Preacher's Secrets. I cannot wait until we discuss this. I cannot wait. All right. But sis, I agree with you. They wanted to humble him. They wanted to ruin that day. You know what I'm saying? All of that. It's on. Yes, Aunt Debbie, about the preacher wife. We're not about to talk about it now. Don't put no spoilers in the chat. All we will say it was good. Now, I don't know why they only had one episode because they're actually replaying it, even though I have it DVR'd. But there won't be a new episode Saturday of that show. But we're gonna watch this Saturday at 7 Central. And I would love to hear you all's thoughts on that. That shit is crazy. It really is. All right. Let's go ahead and get on to the next one. Let me close this window out. Hope that's not something I needed. I think I'll do 3 things. We're only 45 minutes in. So yeah, I may touch on 3 more topics. Yes, Teresa, that is the name. Unlocked Family Secrets, Season 1, Episode 1, The Preacher's Secret. And y'all wonder why I'm clanked up, baby. Hey, much love, many blessings. That's one of the reasons. Where's Square Biz at, child? Anybody seen Square Biz? Anybody seen Square Biz? Because I'm about to touch on Simon. Now, I do need somebody that's in the chat that's familiar with the whole green card process for you guys to chime in. But Simon Chow is a whole scorned man, in my opinion, has filed an affidavit withdrawing sponsorship of Porsha Williams' Nigerian green card following their divorce. Shout out to Tasha K. But I'm going to say this to Simon real quick.
Whoop-de-doo.
Whoop-de-doo. She don't need a green card. She only need a visa.
Whoop-de-doo.
Whoop-de-doo in my young thug voice. Simon, get you some business. But anyway, he officially filed an affidavit to withdraw sponsorship. And they said that it is, let me read it from the top. According to exclusive documents, again, shout out to Tasha K. Simon has officially filed an affidavit to withdraw sponsorship from Porsha Williams' Nigerian resident permit green card, a move that could cancel her residency status in Nigeria altogether. This comes after months of public fallout and messy headlines surrounding the couple's split, and now it looks like Simon is taking it across the border. Simon, I'm going to say it one more again.
Whoop-de-doo.
Porsha don't live in Nigeria. Porsha's not a resident. Porsha is not a resident. Look at Queen Sheba over here. He's going to give himself a heart attack if he doesn't chill. This has to be exhausting. I got to click like on that chat. Whoop-de-doo. And I'm sure that's what Porsha is saying to Simon. Whoop-de-doo. Now, anybody, I do have subscribers from all over. Please correct me if I'm wrong. Porsha can travel to Nigeria under a visa. Please believe she don't want to live nowhere near Simon. And since Simon has been kicked out of the good old USA, I can bet money she'll never want to move where he is. So it is petty. It is petty. It is childish. Mixie said, go away. Aunt Debbie say, sit your arse down, Simon. No, I have not, but I'll write that down. Because that's my type of, I don't watch too much TV, but Survivor is back on. I'm watching. I watched Big Brother probably for 25 years straight, but I'm over it. If I could look at the first episode and tell what's going on and know who's going to make it to the end, that's a no. But Amazing Race and Survivor is back on, so I'm watching that. But let me write this down. Jason Wilson. Oh, is that the guy that spoke out? Dog it. I believe so. Okay, you throwing me off. I'll watch it and then we'll discuss in a couple days. Simon don't care about nobody, chat. Bridget J, this is what Porsha is saying to Simon.
What they do?
Simon, I'm going to play this for you because she already did this to you.
Got him! Got him!
She already got him. She got the house. She got the cars. You know what I'm saying? Brittany Janae, you a mess. Come on, sis. You know that's the last place for. But Simon, all the Nigerians, child, well, not all, but the majority are here. The ones that ain't been kicked out, that's over here legally. I can guarantee you, Porsha probably already then hooked her another one. So that's just crazy to me. It's petty. It's Simon wanting to continue to be in these headlines, and he is making himself look like a complete fool. Hey, Deborah, a complete fool. Seeking sister wives, child. Hey, my lady. Well, Deborah, I hate to spoil anybody that's a Big Brother fan. I'm gonna touch on this, and then I'm gonna move right along. With me watching this show from season 1, episode 1, all the way until, and I hate it because I stopped midway of, you guys remember when they had the majority African-American cast, because of something that happened that pissed me off. Excuse me, I probably shouldn't have said that part. And, I hated that I stopped that season. I haven't watched really since, but I hate to bust your bubble or anybody that watch Big Brother's bubble. The real show is the live feeds. What you guys see on CBS 3 times a week is nothing compared to live feeds. And I was such a fan that I didn't get sleep. I used to watch and read the live feeds damn near 24/7. So I don't doubt that it was good, but the real show is not what you see at all. And I'm sure it's still like that. Girlfriend, can you put it in the chat, sis? Because I don't have time to read it. Put it in the chat what you just researched and let me know. But look, Simon, sit your ass down some damn way. You done already got kicked out. Go away. You know what I mean? But there was a comment over there that said, that's not being bitter. It actually makes sense. He was deported, so why would she continue to have all access to his country under his name? That's not the one I was looking for. Hell, I would take my ex name off of a Costco card if we split up. As far as him removing the sponsorship, I don't see a problem with that. All I'm saying is she don't need it to go there. She don't need that. This person said Nigerians gives out citizenship to Black Americans. All she has to do is apply to get her own. We know that Yandy and Mendices went over there recently, Candy and Todd. So that person is right. They give them away, child, like a Sam's Club membership. But somebody else has said something like this will be the last official way for him to separate his finances, meaning she can't go over there to try to get anything as far as his money and all of that. Let's see. All right, that's enough of that. But yeah, Simon, set your ass down somewhere. People are sick of you, okay? Sicker. SICCUH. Sicker. He need to do something on Debbie. He need to do something. You know? Yeah. But Porsha already got him, child. And the only thing is, I do think that he got her as well. I don't know if she will be able to collect anything again. He's not a U.S. citizen. He's been kicked out the country. His lawyer put a lien on the home, and I think that was all set up. I think Simon and his lawyer talked about that. Like, if they go ahead and grant this divorce and all of that, I'll make it appear that you can't pay me my legal fees. I think that was another act of pettiness. That's just me. But the girl got money. So go on, stay over there, child, today. Come and try to foreclose and then move. Hope you pocketing that salary. Good, bet, Apple. I was looking for you the other day. I asked about you, sis. Welcome, welcome, welcome. He just lived there. Who, Teresa? Simon? Because he's in Dubai. He's in Dubai, but I wish he'd sit his arse down. I wish Square Biz was here, child, because I would have liked to have touched on that. But let me close that. What else I want to talk to you guys about? We'll touch on Tamar and Toni real quickly. And then I want you guys' thoughts about this David guy. David, I call him David. Because I'll save it until I get there, but I'll just put it out there because I know you guys may disagree. A part of me feel like they framing that guy. Part of me feel like they framing him. But let me make this clear before we even get there. He was 20. The chick was 15. He had no business with her at all. I'll lead with that. Debbie said, oh, that's Deborah. She said, who would take a chance on marrying his arse now? He's too petty for me, and I think he still wants Porsha. Yeah, he's a man scorned. He's a man scorned. And if Porsha was to, hold on, gotta get a cough drop. If Porsha was to call Simon today and say, look, I want my husband back, he'd be there, child. Well, he wouldn't be there because he can't get back in the country, you know. But let's get into this real quick. I was supposed to go live yesterday to talk about this. Tamar and Toni Braxton. I'm going to save my heart and hustle for another live because I would like for that to be the only thing that we discuss. But Toni Braxton and Tamar Braxton got into a heated exchange in a clip that is out for their show that's premiering on October 10th on WeTV. That's another one that we will be watching over there on Patreon. But I'm going to play the clip for those of you that will be on the replay, gang. If you do not see the clip after you just heard me say, I'm going to play the clip, then that means that YouTube made me take it down. But we're going to look at it now. And I'm sorry, I don't know about y'all. Toni Braxton lying her earth off. And something that really, really irked me was Toni Braxton calling herself Toni Braxton. Girl, what's going on? So take a look. Let me know your thoughts. And I don't believe Tamar on much. Let me just say that. She's a drama queen. Hey, Flojo. But I believe her in this. Now, Tamar did come out earlier as well, apologizing in advance for the things that we will see on this season of the Braxton. Again, she do a lot of stuff for that reason, for people to talk about her, just like I think she did with the whole teeth incident. Anyway, let's go ahead and take a look at this and put in the chat after you view this. Who do you think is telling the truth and who do you think is lying? I wish I could change the speed on this. Let's see. Hold on, guys. Nope. I can't change the speed like this. All right, let's go ahead and take a look and a listen. Ashley Braxton reveals jaw-dropping family issue and said at the time that one of her famous aunts cut her off. This all followed an alleged incident growing up in the Braxton family when she was a minor. She did not reveal which of her aunts she was referring to. A lot of people feel like it's Toni, but she felt like the love of her family was cut off. She came out and said some things. I'm not going to repeat them, but it's abuse. I'll say that part. But let's continue. Was on it, Trina. Don't just say that. You know, you're going to make sure that you go ahead and remove yourself. Say it was Toni. That irked me, the Toni Braxton. Hey, Tara. Child, just say you're going to sit there and say, I sent you a cease and desist. What's with the Toni Braxton? The Toni Braxton. Let's continue. All right. What are your thoughts? What are your thoughts? That's what she said, child. She sent me a cease and desist. She corrected herself though in the confessional. But I'm sorry to say, I'm really not sorry to say. It's no need to be sorry. Toni lying. I believe, Tamar, look, a lot of us, I don't do it, period. I don't like people that do it. It's not like I don't like the people. I just don't like when people do it. When they say, I swear on my mama, I swear on my kids. Don't do that. You can use other things. But I believe Tamar when she put it on her mama. And look how angry, thank you, El Nicole. Look how angry Toni got. For me, that was the giveaway. That was the giveaway. I know that's how she talked, but still, girl, just say me. Toni Braxton. Let's see what you guys are saying. If Tamar invited the niece to come share her story, that means it was Toni. Right. That means that the famous aunt that shut her out or whatever. That's what I believe. I also believe that that's why Toni sent Tamar that cease and desist, because she didn't want that girl to come out here and say all of that. Now, I should have searched, but I didn't. But if my memory serves me correctly, I believe that Tamar and the niece still eventually sat down together. You guys let me know in the chat. But Toni Braxton said Tamar's podcast was on the Chitlin circuit, child. You in the bushes? Okay, thanks, sis. Oh, I hope you feel better. They gang up on her. Now, look, Peach, I agree, but I will say 90% of the times they got a reason. Tamar is messy boots. And, people get sick of that. But in this case, I'm on Tamar's side. I still think she was lying about that whole situation again with the, I was almost dead and woke up in a pool of blood, all of that. But other than that, yeah. I do too. I think Toni doesn't want a secret to come out. Thank you to Hunt family. That's just what I believe as well, sis. Flojo, all right, you on my side. You say you believe Tamar this time. Tam C. Tamar. I believe it this time. You watched the interview Ashley did. She said she was tired of the lies her family lied about her sister that's unalive. Okay. If I'm not mistaken, I think Simone or somebody sent me an interview that Ashley did too. I don't watch them. Tamar's too messy. Okay. Everybody saying this time. Speaking of oneself in third person implies that you are above whatever is suggested of you. Facts. And thank you for the super chat, Good Bad Apple. And that's what it was giving in that moment. What? You're saying Toni Braxton reached out to you? Wait, girl, that. Caramel Kisser said, I don't care for Tamar, but Toni is lying. We have never seen her that turned up. Totally agree. I'll check that. I'll have to look into that. Hi, Yvette Podcast. I mean, Erica Yvette Podcast. You said, I don't believe Tamar. She's quiet wolf too many times. And that's the issue when it comes to Tamar, because I know that that's what I said when it comes to the whole promotional video of the dentist out of Miami and who said everything Tamar said word for word, bar for bar. You know what I'm saying? I said that she cries wolf a lot as well. But in this case, I'm gonna play it one more again. I need you guys to look at the body language. In this case, I believe her. I believe her. This time, Erica Yvette. Let's take a quick look. Most times when a person send out a cease and desist, they are scared at what you about to say. Okay. Miss Lady said, Toni says she's a heavyweight. The Toni Braxton, girl, sit down somewhere. And I'm up finished playing, but Peace, Love, and Light said there is another clip where she sits down with the niece. I remember watching it. I just didn't search before this live. You believe Tamar Danya or Toni? Let's continue. Let's continue. Melanin Beauty, Trina's ex, Gabe, did what, child? All right. So we will find out. We will find out. We will be watching on Patreon. And yeah, I'm rocking with Tamar on this one. Just on this one now. I'm sure there's going to be something else that come down the pipeline when it comes to old Tamar Braxton. Sis said Toni got too defensive for it not to be true. It was definitely her. That was the giveaway. Lady Virgo said those looks tell it all, in my opinion. I agree, sis. Hey, Simone. I think I just mentioned you, sis. I said, I believe Simone sent me something. Welcome, welcome. All right. The way Toni flicked her hair after Tamar flicked her hair, I believe Tamar this time. What was up with that, Flo Joe? Because I noticed that too. That's when Tamar first sat down and that was weird. So it kind of made me feel like that Toni Braxton is trying. Look at me. I'm calling her Toni Braxton, child. But Toni Braxton. Is she trying to bring more drama? You know what I mean? Maybe that's what she's trying to do. I don't know. Oh, Gabe sent the messages to Ashley. Okay, Melanin, we're going to have to talk about that, child. Tamar was trying to out Toni too fast. For me, that's the move of a liar, in my opinion. All right, well, we can debate. We can debate. Simone said, I don't trust Tamar's toxic actions. Yeah, look, I'm able to separate the two. Toni ass is lying. Okay. Period, point blank. In my opinion, we'll find out together when we watch. They start October the 10th, but this coming Sunday, we will be watching Real Housewives of Potomac, I believe. I'm trying to look for a thumbnail. I don't have it. Yes, but yeah, the 5th of October for Real Housewives of Potomac. I'll make a post. SKR, my security is here. SKR said Toni don't want her sons to find out their father could be like that. I've always wondered why Toni and that man divorced. Wait a minute now, you losing me. Was it supposed to be Toni's baby's daddy, the one from a mint condition? Child, y'all gonna have to give me the tea. Drop it in the group chat, a cutie crew post or something. I gotta look at whatever's floating around because I don't know why, and I hate to say this because it is horrible no matter what. But I heard it was the brother, the girl's daddy. So you mean to tell me allegedly and possibly it was Toni's kid? That explains everything to me. You got to play it again. I can't, Flo Joe. I can't play it again, sis. I'm already going to have to delete those most likely. Once I'm done with this live, YouTube will let me know. Trina and Tawanda both said that they didn't do it. I believe Tamar. I believe it was Trina's ex. Also, y'all think it was Gabe who was the AB user. But SKR just said that somebody said Gabe is the one that sent the messages. Did he send them on himself? That wouldn't make sense. But yeah, they both said, I ain't do it. I ain't do it. So that only leaves Toni. And that lines more up to what SKR is saying. If it got something to do with Toni's kids' fathers, I could see her. Um, I could see her trying to not let anything come out publicly. Toni is gaslighting. She knows that Tamar is speaking of this incident that Toni didn't have her back. Right. You mean to tell me the Toni Braxton has never had your back? She didn't say that. She didn't say never. Okay. Let's see. My mom always knew I was fibbing when I was slumped down and pouting. That's what Toni did. The way she sat back in that chair, child, was like, damn, now the people out there, the public don't know. Let's see. They're using the niece's pain as a storyline. I don't like that. Just like they used Tracy the first season. That's why I didn't watch that. You know? So that's an excellent point. Excellent point on Debbie. I don't think it was Toni's husband. Let's see. I'll take a look at it, Simone, and get caught up. And that way I'll be able to come out here and speak on it. But I will say, prayers going up to Ashley. I do agree with Aunt Debbie that them Braxton sisters, child, they've always done that. They've always done that, you know. And I really didn't. I hope they don't do it, because I'll tell the Patroni cuties, if they start talking about Tracy like they did that first season, how they had Tracy's son on there and her husband, you know. But we got one more topic. Oh, really? Godchild said Ashley supposedly likes every comment mentioning Gabe. So if that's the case, wouldn't Trina be the one that would be feeling some type of way? Let's see. From what I understood, when the girl made her statement that it was one of her aunt's spouses. Okay. Okay. Okay, see, some of them comments I can't put up on the screen. I'm sorry. That whole family got secrets and issues. They don't need to be on nobody's TV screen. Look, Ayanla tried to help them, child. Ayanla, I was about to say the only show they need to be on is Ayanla, but she couldn't even help. So yeah, I agree. It's not gonna change anything. You know what I'm saying? We've watched them when they had the other show, the Braxton Family Values. Now this is just the Braxtons, and we haven't seen any type of resolve when it comes to the family. I don't think she issued an apology to her family, but I'll bring that up. I believe she issued the apology to the public. I'll bring it up, Simone. Let's see. I'm sure somebody got it because I seen it. Let's see. Give me 1 second. Let's see if I can find it real quickly. Tamar. Oh, child. I say it. Let me see if I can find it. Is it on the Neighborhood Talk? You know what? Matter of fact, I think it was on Hollywood Unlocked. Let me go to Hollywood Unlocked and we'll play what she had to say. Because I don't think it was to her family. But we will confirm. Hold on. I'm still searching. While I'm searching, you guys, please hit the like button for me. Thank you guys for joining me. I appreciate each and every one of you. Was it Hollywood Unlocked? All right, let me try my normals. Let me try the Jasmine brand. I'm shocked I didn't send it to myself, or did I? Hold on, guys, because I can't look at the screen and scroll at the same time. Let me go to my messages real quick. Okay. And I know I sent that to myself. Because I would love to be able to confirm for Simone. Simone, do you have it handy? Okay, here's Tamar. Yeah, it was Neighborhood Talk. How come I couldn't find it? Hold on. I can't bring it up on my messages that way. Hold on, guys. I promise I'm almost there. It was 8 hours ago. Here you go. All right. She was still doing Team Too Much. Team Too Much, even with this. But suffer through it, child, with me. And let me know if you believe her. Y'all here for it. Tamar apologizes to her fans, Simone, not family, on the upcoming season of the Braxtons. And her recent controversies, everybody's family is effed up. Y'all forgave the Holy Ghost. Forgive me. Let's take a listen.
You just go ahead on and just the elephant in the room. Y'all, the Braxtons was coming back. I did not mean to do none of that. I'm sorry. It's coming back. Love Tracy. And bitch, that's family. Everybody family fucked up. Yes, it is, bitch. I know y'all mad at me because my album didn't come out last week. But I had told my team I can't really say nothing without giving you nothing. So how I'm gonna tell you something that I don't know the answer to? Feel what I'm saying? So I just said I'm just gonna let the people be surprised one day. Remember how the rapture was supposed to come up a couple days ago? Don't forget the Holy Ghost forgive me.
See that? That's Tamar and that's Team Too Much. Girl, if you apologize, all these other sayings you're throwing in here and all of that. This is why people are quick to write off everything that she says. This is why. But let's continue. The walking and shaking her hair. Oh, hold on. Let's listen to it again.
Y'all, the racist is coming back. I did not mean to do nothing. I'm sorry. It's coming back. Love Tracy. And bitch, that's family. Everybody family fucked up.
So there you go. That's the confirmation I was looking for. And yes, Simone, unfortunately, it was not to the family, sis. Okay? It was to the fans. Let me see what you guys are saying. Some of the things I have to skip over. I can't read them because I don't know for sure. But Mrs. Boss Chick, that's why I mentioned her dad. And yeah, the dad allegedly was the physical part. As far as the other, I can't confirm or deny anybody else's spouse, possibly, allegedly. But I will take a look at it. Let's see. All right. So yeah, a lot of those. And may Gabe rest in peace. I don't know for sure. I would have to, anybody that passed, I'm gonna say rest in peace. How can they cease and desist if you are telling the truth? Yeah, Peach Prince, that goes on a lot though. When it came out, so when it first came out, it was Ashley's daddy who first issued the cease and deceased, as Tamar said. A mess. I think so. Could it be untreated mental illness? I don't know. But she did admit, and Funky Dineva put on blast that she does take some type of medication for something. I don't know. That's what I said. I don't like that. I don't like that part. And she, the theatrics. Totally agree. So enough for Tamar. We'll check out a couple episodes as long as it's tolerable. We'll continue to watch. But this Saturday we watching, baby. We are watching Unlocked Family Secrets. Ooh, child. This last one, I want to touch on it because I don't know much about it, but I want you all's thoughts. Last topic before I get out of here. You guys know that for the past, week? It's been going around about the singer David and the unfortunate death of Celeste Rivas. Allegedly, Celeste was a runaway, ran away several times. Allegedly, she had been with this guy David for a couple years, and word on the curb is a lot of her family members knew, even her mama. You know, a lot of people are to blame when it comes to this. But anyway, right now, the medical examiners and all of them, they are still trying to establish how she passed away. You know, I've heard a couple things, everything is alleged, but they said it could have been a possible drug over, dosage. Um several things. So they're awaiting a toxicology report. Toxicology report results. My question to you guys is, I don't know, and I'm definitely not trying to give this guy an out, period. It's sick, it's crazy. But a part of me feel like that, especially with them not arresting him after all this time, it's a lot of different conspiracy theories out there, a lot of different stories and different accounts. Some people are pointing the finger towards his manager. Now, I don't know if you guys know, but the manager is the one that had that $20,000 a month home that David was staying in. It was in the manager's name. And I expect with stories like this, for them to throw out conflicting information. But what I synced in my Moses voice today is that, there were several people that had access to that car. Do I think that more than David? Because I do think, based off of his sick, dark music, and seems like the guy was leaving clues and all of that. But I don't know. I feel like it was more than just him involved. And I just don't understand why at least David has not been locked up. Now, a lot of people saying, and it's most likely true, he is definitely under heavy surveillance, no matter what. But you guys know, he looked like us. And I'm patting my top of my hand. He looked like us. No way in the world they're going to let that boy stay out like this while they pinned an investigation with a young underage girl being unalived in his car. That's the only reason that's making me feel like something else may be going on. Let's see. I don't know what that means, Simone. Good bad apple. Can't read that either, sis, but I see it about the 11-year-old, 13-year-old. Yes, a lot of stories going around, and Teresa, I just hope that we end up getting the full story no matter what. Again, I think that David did have something to do with it, or did it. I don't know for sure, but I do think that it's something else going on, just based off of how the authorities have been moving, and they have not arrested this guy. They had Lil Nas X locked up, child, just for walking down the middle of the street. So, you know what I mean? I don't get it. And again, with this being our people, we don't get chances like that. You know what I'm saying? We just gonna let them out. We'll leave them out. I think that, in my opinion, and we'll find out for sure, and I'll be covering it for sure, I think that they knew from the beginning that it was some other type of either secondary person involvement or something, because it just doesn't make sense that they did not arrest them. But it's sick. I will say rest in peace to her parents. You trash. I hate what happened to your daughter, but you're trash. They knew where she was. And you never just say, oh well, I can't make her stay home. Parents are trash. I'm not blaming them for her death. Absolutely not. But I am blaming them for her being able to not only run away, but stay away. And they knew where she were. Hey, follow me, Black TV. How are you? I understand that, but good bad apple. Come on now, sis. You my color. How many times have you seen our people even be able to stay out from behind bars while they get all the evidence? Because guess what? They could have charged him on something, even if it comes to him dating this girl. They could have charged him for something, you know? So time will tell. I want to say this. Prayers going up to J28. I meant to say this. She's fine. I don't want to alarm any of the Cutie Crew sisters. We'll talk more about it in members only, but I'm not going to disclose, but just keep her in your prayers. I'll say that much. Anybody else feel like it's something else? Have to determine how she became unalive before they can charge someone. Yeah, I know that, DG. I know that they have to. But DG, I know your profession. Is this not odd, though? Because have they even taken him in for questioning? Let me do a Google search on that real quick. Because now that I'm thinking about it, I don't even think they took him in for questioning. Hold on. And how you spell that weird name? D4DV? Let me see. Yeah, I'm DG. And I know your profession. But no, ma'am. Hold on. I'm gonna bring this up. Move tab to. I ain't made no new group. Hold on. Let me close that shit. What I do? To new window. All right, let me share this with you guys. And yeah, no, because you can question all day long and not arrest. As of now, David has not been arrested or brought in for questioning in connection to the investigation surrounding the decomposing body found in his vehicle. Law enforcement is currently unable to confirm any wrongdoing against him, and the investigation is ongoing, with the cause of death still under investigation. Now, DG, correct me if I'm wrong. I know damn well they could have questioned him, correct? I know they can't charge them, but they could bring him in for questioning, correct? That's what detectives are for. Ain't no such thing, good bad apple. Ain't no such thing. His lawyer would have to go down there with him and say he has nothing to say. But you just can't say, nah, I ain't going. Come on, y'all. You can't say, nah. That boy was just on tour, and I'm not rallying for him. Don't take it that way. I just feel like it's something else that's going on. And most times when it comes to authorities, they know. So yeah, you don't have to cooperate for them to question you. You can say when they question you, I plead the fifth, or I'm not saying anything, or I need my lawyer present. But that's odd. This is a national story, and he hasn't even been brought in for questioning or arrested. Come on now. DG said it's very odd, but if she overdosed, the charges is different if he supplied the drugs and okay. Yeah, that was my point, Simone. They already said that the man was dating. They were dating all this time. Okay. All right. Okay. Thank you, Good Bad Apple and DG. So they did question him, but he stopped cooperating. That makes a little sense. Okay. And now he's lawyered up. All right, couple more. I have noticed that men. Oh, let me take this off. Let me read it in my head, child. I've noticed. Good point, SKR. And if you want to discuss further, we can absolutely do that Friday night and members only. I'll put up a hot topics post by then and jot that down. Hold on. Let me take a screenshot of your comment. because you good, bad apple, DG, Simone, all the Cutie Crew members in here. Let me throw that somewhere. Let me open a Word doc. And good point. You know what I'm saying? I can see that partly, but I do also know that that's why a lot of them go for younger like that, because they can groom, they can get away with everything, you know what I mean, and what they say go and all of that. So we'll talk about that. All right, couple more and I'm out of here. We did an hour and 30. This is supposed to be a power hour. I appreciate you guys. I will be hitting up hot topics around this time. It's no rush in the evening for me because I'm a couple hours behind all of you, but for tonight I'm a little tired. Worked a little late and I'm tired, but I believe my next evening live is Wednesday. But yeah, you guys will be seeing me often in the evening because it's better than me trying to jump on during the day. But Cutie Crew, I'll see you guys tomorrow afternoon for afternoon tea. I think so too. We shall see. Do you believe he has not been questioned at all? Well, they just clarified that for me. Follow me, Black TV. You know, because there's so many different reports. And look, I could not, I hate to start smiling, child, when I even think of this, but I could not stay informed on this situation because the Cutie Crew was in Vegas. So, baby, YouTube was the last thing on our mind, child, or Instagram or the news or everything else. So I wasn't sure, but DG and Good Bad Apple clarified that. All right. Okay. Let's make sure. I'm going to put that down right now. D4DV for members only. Let's make sure we talk about this because, you know, that's behind the walls and we could talk a little more freely. We miss you too. Follow me, Black TV. All right. I appreciate each and every one of you. Do you think so? You know, naturally, I am not going to listen to a damn thing that he's singing. But I heard good and bad things when it comes to his music, SKR, you know, but I'm not going to check it out at all. Okay. At all. The words. Yeah, but I believe that part was thrown out. But half of the time, especially the day DG, these fools are cray cray. And I'm talking about the young thugs, the little Dirks, the all of these fools that snitch on themselves in their music. So they said that that's what this guy did. They said he said something about it was similar to OJ. You guys remember when OJ wrote that book? I didn't do it, but if I did, here's how I would have, or something like that. This guy got a song similar to that, saying something about I unalived her, but I didn't, or some ish. Yes, Good Bad Apple. It's crazy. So you guys stay on your keep your head on a swivel. You know, I don't want to ever say, and I don't want to ever live in fear, but keep your head on the swivel. It's a lot going on. A lot going on. Okay. And it's sad. They came out at least with that Peach Prince. She was not. She was not pregnant. Yeah, they came out with that today. But as far as everything else, they are, you know, trying to figure it out. So we'll talk about it. We'll talk about it. We'll also have this week, I'll be on about Diddy because Diddy could possibly walk this coming Friday. So I'll be live. I don't know if it'll be on the backup channel or this channel, but we will be live to see what's going on and see if Diddy is going to walk free. Diddy had about 70 people write that judge, including Young Miami, that said, "Dear Your Honor." How ghetto. "Dear Your Honor." So we'll see about that. But when it comes to this live, thank you, thank you, thank you all for joining me. I appreciate you guys so much. And yeah, now I feel better. You know, I was still on cloud nine from that Cutie Crew Invades Vegas. And yeah, I couldn't even click live last week, child. I had to just chill and soak it all in. But I feel good. Glad that I'm back. Thank you guys so much. And yes, Lady Vibe mentioned that earlier. Absolutely keep those that were harmed, unalived in that. Got to be careful with the words. I was about to say it. Unfortunate unaliving yesterday. Got to be careful. You can't even say not Carlos King, but the other CK guy. Can't even say his name. They are demonetizing. Danya, let me grab the link for you, sis. If you guys are not subscribed to my backup channel, please feel free to do so. It is QT TV. Let me grab it. Let me grab it for you. And I made an awesome lobster roll on the egg white shell earlier, and I'm about to, baby, make me another one real quickly. I got all ingredients. All right, join me there. Make sure you're subscribed to this channel as well. Look, a lot of you guys have DM'd me. If you want to join the cutie crew, the link is in the chat. I will say it is grown and sexy over there, meaning we grown. So, no need to join if you're looking for a mess or, you know what I'm saying? But it is unbelievable, the bond that, we all have with each other. Wow, is all I can say. And I'll say this because I haven't come out and said anything publicly other than posting about our trip with each other. What I will say is this. All of us that went, and I wish I had the group picture, but a couple sisters like Angela Richardson, myself, really, we skeptical about pictures and videos and stuff like that. But what I will say about the cutie crew invading Vegas, and I promise you guys, this is no lie. This is no exaggeration. This is none of the above. It was absolutely amazing. And we had family members that looked at us all like we were crazy because, wait a minute, you're going to meet up with people that you met on the internet. You guys have never met in public before. You don't even know government names. Girl, what? So not only did, and it was about 22, 23-ish women that came, not only did, yes, Gia, forever. We can't even describe it. It's unreal. Melanin Beauty, unreal. Everybody that was there, unreal. But not only did all of us step out on faith, when we first laid eyes on each other, it was like we knew each other forever. There was no bad vibes or somebody over in the corner acting funny or I mean, it was a sisterhood meetup, baby. And it was absolutely amazing from that Thursday until that Sunday. When Sunday rolled around, nobody wanted to leave. It was bomb.com. Do you hear me? It was amazing. And I just want to thank the ladies again. I'll also say this. Chit Chat didn't charge a damn thing. Okay? Now, I had somebody send me a DM. The only thing that the Cutie Crew sisters paid for, and I still added on to that, were their Cutie Crew t-shirt and the tote. That was it. You guys, if you didn't see what was in the package, baby, go back and look. Everything else, from the tumbler, from the coffee mug, from the shot glass, from everything, child, that was by me. So it wasn't about and when it comes to their stay, they booked their own hotel rooms and they paid for their own flight. So we didn't have like you know what I'm saying? So, but it was wow. That's all I could say. And like I said, I'm not making this up. I'm not trying to come out here and sell my Cutie Crew membership to nobody. None of the above. It was phenomenal. Phenomenal. It really, really was. And I thank God for the ladies. We had a ball. And baby, we getting Jamaica ready. We ready. Cutie Crew is invading Jamaica 2026. We ready? Yes, SKR. We all about to hit the gym, baby, and everything. Do you hear me? But child, if it get to the point where I just gotta come as I am, I'm coming as I am, child. You gonna get what you gonna get. Okay. Teresa said Chit Chat didn't charge a damn thing and wouldn't let us give her nothing either. Yes, look, it's my appreciation. And I'm not about that. I'm not about that. Now y'all can give a cash app though. Where that cash app at? Let me put my cash app in the chat, child. Now, if you would like, you can feel free to cash app. But yeah, no, it wasn't that. It'll never be that. And it was, I'm going to stop now because I can talk forever. The conversations that we had, the pajama jam off the chain, the drinking games. Oh my goodness. The formal dinner at Oscar Steakhouse. Our new theme song was right there in Vegas. Want to hear? Here it comes.
Shout out to Georgia.
Can I get that cutie crew again?
Yo, shout out to the cutie crew. Cutie crew. 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 Shout out to the cutie crew. Little mama got some booty too. Booty too. Shout out to the cutie.
Shout out to my little sis Sammy, baby. I hope you're feeling better, Sammy. I'm gonna check on you tomorrow. But yeah, it was amazing. I'm not gonna talk about it because I talked about it all last week. Every time I tried to go live for the other cuties crew that didn't make it, somehow we ended on Vegas. But be ready for Jamaica. Just prepare yourself because we really turning up over there. Cutie Crew invades Jamaica 2026. Oh, sis, your coffee mug is now your go-to mug. Yay. Yay, that's all funded by me, baby. Shout out again to my Bridget J. Bridget J gave us tumblers as well. And but amazing, absolutely amazing. So shout out to the Cutie Crew again. Shout out to each and every one of you that joined me for this live. I don't think that I have anything for tomorrow other than afternoon tea with the Cutie Crew. And still in the month, but I ain't working late tomorrow at that. But I love you guys. Thank you guys again for joining me. What did Simone say? Oh my goodness, Simone, words can't even describe. Words cannot describe. I'm telling you, we had a ball, but as Teresa said earlier, it was as if we have been knowing each other for years. After the first initial, what's your name? Oh, hey, if we didn't know their face based off of avatars. After that, I promise you, and I think that's because in my memberships, we really have gotten to know each other since I started it 3 years ago. We really have gotten to know each other. So there was no awkwardness or anything. And it was amazing. I ain't going to get into it, child. I'm definitely not about to get emotional, but what a phenomenal group of women. What a phenomenal group of women. I tell you, amazing. It was. Who said what? Sis, where's Patricia Green? Yeah, no, it's not an influence. Okay, let's say this. And I don't want you guys to make it into like there's an issue. Love me some Mel. We'll always support Mel. Started watching Love in Mary Huntsville, and a lot of, at least 15,000 of you guys, subscribed to me because of Love in Mary Huntsville. 15,000 more subscribed after that. It shouldn't take an influence from Mel or Melanin or Philly Girl for Life or Danya or SKR. It shouldn't take an influence from another woman for you to be a woman. It shouldn't take an influence from another woman for you to want sisterhood. So if anything, Patricia G, I would hope that, I think the only difference from me is there's been, as I just mentioned, 3 years of personal time that's been shared and spent with these ladies. Personal time. But I not taking your comment in a bad way, but it wasn't influenced. Do I have that picture? Hold on, child. Let me do something, child. And yes, nothing against Melody Cherie as well, but it's separate from that. Shout out to everything that Mel is doing and has done. But let me see. Let me see if I can find this. Hold on. Let me see if I can bring up something. Not that. I want to show you guys something that was pre. Here we go. Let me download this picture for you gals and guys. Okay. Is my Goodman name up on this screen? I'm looking. No. Where's my live? Where's my live? Hold on. All right, let me share this to you because this is how long Chit Chat has been doing this, okay? And again, nothing against Mel personally. Love me some Mel. She's doing the damn thing, and I definitely hope that she continues. But as for me, Patricia, you see all these pictures? It looks similar, don't it? Let me move this to a new window. Let's move this to a new window. Those pictures look similar to what you just saw with the cutie crew, right? You see all the ladies in a group smiling. You see that? Hold on, child. Let me try something. Let me put some type of banner up. Hold on. Let me click on one of these pictures and see how they come up. Long as my Goodman not showing. Okay. Shout out to my sister group from Chicago. Okay. Years been doing this thing. All right. Shout out to the ladies. If you look here, that's me. Sisterhood. Let's go to the next one. Sisterhood. Shout out to my girls. Sisterhood. Let's continue. Sisterhood. Let's continue. Me and my twin. Sisterhood. Sisterhood in our turquoise blue. Sisterhood. I just want to continue. So what I hope is not only if you were Patricia Green or anybody else influenced by what you saw over the weekend with us, I would hope that the message of community, of sisterhood, I hope it does have an influence on everybody. You could be out here slanging and banging and cutting up and all of that, but for me, this was back before I even relocated to Nevada, and I relocated to Nevada in 2013. So this was 2010, 2011, 2012, 2013. And it is sisterhood. We also had a brotherhood. Here I go right here. There I go, child. I need that waistline back. But yeah, so a lot of us always say I'm not new to this, I'm true to this. This was my social club / sisters. You see this down at the bottom? Sisters by choice, bonded by love. Okay, Patricia, you still here, girl? Where Patricia at? All right. So anyway, yeah, you know what I'm saying? And look, I don't want to, again, love me some Mel, but the subscribers, some of them will try to do that. And most times they do it to be slick. You know what I mean? I don't fall for the okie doke, though. You know what I mean? I don't fall for the okie doke. Supported Mel on Love and Marriage Huntsville, and she's doing the damn thing now. And hope and pray and know that she will continue. She a boss. She's driven. She showed that on the show. But there's a lot of us, Patricia Green, that was driven when we started these YouTube channels. There's a lot of us, Patricia Green, that was driven in our regular day-to-day lives. There's a lot of us, Patricia Green, that was influenced by our mamas, grandmamas, and aunties. You get what I'm saying? So no harm, no foul. But that wasn't what it was. And I do think that, because I don't know if like, for instance, let's say Queen Sheba, I don't know if she go through that or whatever. We are going to give Mel her ups and props to Mel, but please do the same for us. Can y'all do that? Do it for us as well. We support Mel. You guys make sure to continue and support us just by your being in the comment section or whatever else. Just still try to make it a separation without trying to make it an issue. But yes, the majority that was there definitely bonded from watching Love and Marriage Huntsville and being a supporter of Mel. But when it comes to sisterhood, sis, been doing that. Okay. Glad you still here. Yeah, and love you. No big deal. No big deal. I just don't want, because a lot of people, child, look, I almost had to stop from the cutie crew when they were here to address some shit. And that's not what I'm here. God showed me long time ago that this is what I wanted to do as far as a sisterhood, and that showed when we all got together. So it was a beautiful thing. We're gonna keep on keeping on. And as I mentioned, I have love for everybody, even you, Patricia, and anybody else. Anybody else. I know you genuine. No, I'm not. It's no issue at all, sis. But like I said, it's a lot of us that work hard. It's a lot of us like myself that's be on live with my members for 4, 5, 6, 7 hours at a time sometimes. And it's just more than that. We love Mel. Baby, it was women there that had on a 7th Avenue beauty and everything else. That's not what I'm saying that you're saying. But just understand, like myself, I'm grown. Lived a nice little midlife and have been involved in a whole lot, including content creation. I showed the Cutie Crew my blog that I started in 2006 that I let fall to the wayside. So none of this was done because of. It's a passion. Hope you understand. And we all good. Yes, she all good. I don't do drama either, but I'm glad I was able to find them pictures to show you, chat. DDDSC represent. Chi-Town represent. Shout out to my girls from the Chi. All right, guys, I'm out of here. I don't even know how I got wrapped up in that. I think I saw a comment somewhere. Let's see. Melanin said when Chit Chat pulled up and got out of that car, she made sure to acknowledge everyone, and you don't know how that made me feel. Don't make me cry. Oh my God. How could I not? That was not an act. That's just me. How could I not acknowledge? You guys didn't just come on a trip to come to Vegas and find out what you was going to be doing while you was here. Absolutely. One of the most beautiful, kindest souls ever. Melanin Beauty. Child, I could say them all by name now and see their head, see their face in my head. Each and every one of them. And yeah, it was bomb.com. Bomb.com. Fun, deep, just man. I can't even explain it now. And I ain't gonna try to because I was supposed to be gone from this live 20 minutes ago. Yeah. Oh, Danya. I love you. Yeah, and I know you're not making it that, but yeah, I get it, but for everybody, just keep on supporting everybody that you support, but just also understand that yeah, we all out here working. Mel hustling, I'm hustling, all the other content creators hustling, and like I said, the support as far as supporting Mel, love Miss Van, love them babies, and all of that. Yeah, that will never change. That will never change. You know what I'm saying? But y'all acknowledge your content creators as well. We work hard for you all. You know what I mean? Mel on planes, child, going here, there, everywhere. That's a busy, busy lady. So a lot of the times it's the content creators that's really spending that intimate time, such as me being here right now for an hour and 55 seconds, 55 minutes, child. I wish I was there. I know I would have enjoyed every one of you ladies. Brittany, Janae, you don't know what you're missing, sis. Melanin Beauty, I love you guys. And here's the thing, loved you before I even laid eyes on you. So when I say that we have been going at it in members only for 3 years, we have done just that. And yeah, you know, y'all my girls, y'all my sisters, like for real. For real. And before I get out of here, I will say again, I am so grateful that, not that I expected it to, but you know, especially women. A lot of times women get together, child, you don't know what you gonna get. Went off without a hitch. Without a hitch. You know? Zero drama. Zero. It's so hard to explain, guys, when you have women that's just sitting there. Hold on, guys. Hold on. Damn. Sorry, I had to grab another halls. Got a slight itch in my throat. Probably to change another weather. But when you have women that's just sitting there talking to each other like we done hung out just last week, sitting there crying, sitting there laughing, sitting there joking, sitting there doing eating food, sitting there walking the strip together. You guys just saw them doing the Cutie Cruise song. Where they do that at? Where they do that at? Absolutely amazing. And I truly, truly, truly thank God. That was you just had to be there to experience. I ain't gonna keep you guys on it. You had to be there to experience it. I can't even explain it. Um Child, hold on, I ain't about to do that. I had to punch myself in the chest a couple times, like, suck that ish up. Oh, Gia, you know I love me some you. Oh my goodness, Gia. Oh my goodness, Gia. Everybody. Pink Diva, Philly Girl for Life, Aunt Debbie, Gia, Melanin Beauty. Let's be clear. Fifi, Pat, Teresa Wright, Tia. Child, I gotta look at a picture because I ain't about to forget nobody. Hold on. Know them all by name. Do you hear me? But I don't want to forget nobody. Hold on. Who else? Robin, Rosemary, Aunt Debbie, Angela Richardson, SKR, Shorten, Mocha Princess, Mixtress, Miss Lady, Sammy, child, hold on. Gia, my goodness. I already said you, Gia. I know I did. But is that everybody, child? Please don't let me forget anybody. Who is this right here? That's Shorten. I think that's Angela Richardson. I already got Aunt Debbie, Robin, Philly Girl for Life, Pink Diva, everybody. I think I got everybody. It's indescribable. Oh my God, Bridget J. Girl, what's going on? I said Robin, Lady Sweetness to you, but Bridget J. Girl, what's going on? Baby. When I tell you, everybody was sweetheart, guys. I'm not just saying this to say it, but I will give Bridget J. You guys see this on the screen here? That was made by Bridget J. It says Cutie Crew Sister, Las Vegas, 2025. And then on the back, it had the names. Okay. I'm going to show you guys something else. Hold on. Hold on. But yeah, you know, I don't want anybody on the outside looking in to think that a couple of us decided to come out here. Hold on, guys. And say everything was peachy keen. Everything just went perfect and everything. I don't want you guys to think that for 1 second. This is probably unheard of. I know that a couple of you guys went on trips, and I don't know. It appears that they all went well as well. But the only one that I could speak on is this one. Now, I paid for some folks to go on to Mimosas with Mel. I sponsored a couple people to go to that. But when I tell you guys, we didn't have to get together to lie and make up anything to appear as a united front at all. Hold on, guys, because I don't want to share that tab. God dog, what's going on? Let me move this to a new window. And let me share this to you. For those of you that possibly missed it, I got too much stuff open. And then I'm out of here after this. But for those of you that possibly missed it again, the Cutie Crew wasn't charged a dime. So I didn't say, well, I got this travel agent and I want you guys to go through this so you can come to Vegas and all of that. A lot of times people can get a couple dollars off the top of that or get their trip paid for free. None of that. None of that happened. But not only the Bridget J mug, this is what the Cutie Crew paid for. Their t-shirt with their names on the back and a beautiful, beautiful tote. But as far as this is from me. The mug, the shot glass, the coffee mug, and some of the coffee mugs had this logo on it, Cutie Crew Invades Vegas. What else we got here, child? Oh, those are mines up here. So yeah, amazing. Patricia Green, love you. You've been around for quite some time, and no harm, no foul. I just want to make it clear that a lot of us, when it comes to sisterhood, we serious about that ish. We've been about it when it comes to that. I'm speaking for myself personally, and that's the only thing that I want to separate. But the love for Mel, everybody got it. Everybody got it. I didn't miss Pat. I didn't miss my what up though, sister and Titi. I don't know if you guys didn't hear me, but shout out to each and every one of the Cutie Crew sister. That's why I want to say. Now look, Teresa, y'all put names in that I said, and y'all making me feel like I didn't say it. I said everybody. Matter of fact, I'm gonna start over. Oh, child, who got a nice nasty tongue lashing? Gia, what's going on over there, child? I'm gonna have to get in that group chat. Wait, hold on. I am going to look at this picture. Give me 1 second. And we will say it one more again. All right? Because I don't want to miss nobody. What's going on over there, child? Hold on. Somebody got a nasty lash. I don't know what they talking. Ooh, y'all a mess. I'm going to have to get over there after this. Let me start off with the beautiful Rosemary. Again, we have Mixtress, which is Miss Lady's daughter. We got Aunt Debbie. We got Philly Girl for Life. We got Bridget J. We got Let's Be Clear. We got Robin. We got my sis Pink Diva. Stop. Y'all stop over there. Who is this in the back that I could barely see? That's Mocha Short Self right there on this picture behind Sammy. Sammy had all the men stopping, baby. Do you hear me? Then there's me. Then we got Shorten. Then we got Teresa. Then we got Mocha. Then we got Pat. What up, though? We got Thee. We got who is this? Oh, this Miss Lady. She just separated from her daughter on this pitch. I'm like, wait a minute now. We got Miss Lady. Then we got Gia. Then we got Angela Richardson and SKR. Now, you guys can't see the picture, but all of us was on this picture. I ain't missing nobody. So I love you guys. Child, before I go, let me see if it's something I can repeat over here because let me see what's going on. What's going on? Girl, let me play this Bridget J. Hold on, let me be nosy before I go. Maybe it's something I could share. Let me see, child. Let me get that Bridget J theme song going. Hold on, let me peep in here.
Girl, what's going on?
Ooh, child. Girl, who started it? Ooh, child, Gia started it. Gia, go away from me with this. But to that,
Whoop de doo.
ooh, child, y'all mess. See, I got to go. I got to go. Gia started it too. I just scrolled up to the first message. Not my innocent Gia child over there starting mess. Okay, I gotta go. I love you guys. Thank you guys again. Yes, Patricia, join us in Jamaica. You got to become a member though. You did a great job and everything looked beautiful. It was a blessing. I was happy to see on Debbie. Love you too, QT. Not trying to take credit from you. No, I didn't. And maybe I just compounded what you said with several other comments. Again, let me make this clear because people will clip it up and they'll be sending mail stuff like Chit Chat said she don't give a damn about you. It wasn't none of that. All I'm saying is when it comes to like a sisterhood, you know, there should be millions of them across this country, if you ask me. And people just want to be recognized for that. You know what I'm saying? But I do wish that everybody continue to do great in life. Everybody. Okay. You sipping your water. You ain't over there saying nothing, Philly J. Look at me. I can't even say your name right. Because I'm thinking about Bridget J and Philly J. See, ooh, y'all. I gotta go. All right. Love y'all. Love y'all. Yeah, come on. Were you one that I sponsored to go to Winter Wonderland? Debbie, you ain't over there being messy, are you? You know, so that's how I show my support. Even if I can't go, I have sponsored folks to go to Mel's events. Mimosas with Melly. I think Winter Wonderland as well. And Cash App. A lot of you guys that, you know, what I understand and what I've been able to learn is, again, spending this quality personal time with a lot of my Cutie Crew members. Some people financially can't even buy some of the products. So, baby, I've sent Cash Apps and everything. You hear me? So, yeah, that's support. That's sisterhood. You know? Okay. All right, Patricia. Thank you, sis. Thank you for understanding. And like I said, maybe it was compounded, child, because folks feel like, you know, nobody has had a life or, you know what I'm saying? And it's never been about that. Love me some Mel. You guys know how I feel about my D-Me. Chi-Town represent. But yeah, let folks, you know, like I said, Mel out here working and hustling. And a lot of us are doing the same. That's it. That's all. You get it? I hope so. All right, guys, I'm out of here. I got to go to a group chat. I see messy messages popping up left and right, chat. Left and right. But I got to do this on the way out the door, like for sure. I'll try it again.
Shout out to Georgia.
Can I get that cutie crew again?
Yo, shout out to the cutie crew. Cutie crew. 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 Shout out to the cutie crew. Hold on, mama, got some booty too. Booty too.
Shout out to them cuties. I got to do that the other way where I can sing with it. Do I have it? I don't. All right, I gotta go. Shout out to each and every one of you that joined me tonight. If you did not hit the like button on your way in, please make sure to hit that like button on your way out. Double check your subscription. Make sure you are still subscribed. Click that notification bell. That way you'll know when I drop future videos. And join the membership. Child, don't be on the outside looking in. I promise you, we are some amazing, accomplished women, okay? And yeah, come on and join us. All right, Cutie Crew, I'll see you guys tomorrow afternoon for our afternoon tea. But I love you guys, and I am, if I can get up here, child, StreamYard playing. Hold on. StreamYard playing. I'm going to have to play this outro. It won't even let me scroll up. All right, guys, I love you guys. Thank you again for joining me. I'll chat with you guys soon. Bye.
Chit chat with QT. Chit chat with QT. Chit chat with QT. chat with QT. Chit chat with QT. Chit chat, chit chat, chit chat with QT.